Hey Ree, so today I'm here to review the Upseat chair. They were nice enough to send this to me to try out, but of course you guys know that I would never waste your time with anything less than an honest review. They also did send me the Bumbo chair to try out as well, and when I get to my experience at the end of the review, I'll make sure to cover us trying each one of those. But I'm going to give you some overlay clips, some close-up shots of the seat, so I'm not having to try and hold that in frame the entire time I'm giving you a little bit of information about it. So the Upseat is an infant booster seat. It's for ages 4 months to 2 years old. You can buy it for $90 off of their website, Buybuybaby or Amazon. I will say Buybuybaby is your best deal because you can use a 20% off coupon. But if you do have to use their website, they did give me a promo code Momma Alia 10 that'll give you 10% off. And their website does also have a 100% money back guarantee for 30 days, which is nice. The seat itself is slightly tilted forward, which encourages an interior pelvic tilt. And basically this engages the core muscles that are responsible for proper and upright posture. So the large leg openings are actually that way to allow the legs to fall to the side. This promotes healthy hip development because it does not make the legs form to a certain position. It just allows a nice open space for them to fall where they naturally should be. So as you can see in the close-ups, it does have a buckle in the seat itself to obviously keep your child safe, but it also does have a spot here on the back on either side to place additional straps. That way you could put it on an adult dining chair. We personally don't have those on because we don't have a traditional setup for dinner time, but that is an option if you want to use it that way. And it also does come with a removable tray, so it just looks like that. And the seat itself comes in this gray color or also a blue one. So that's about everything on the seat itself. Now on to us using both of the seats. So they sent the Bumbo first, and that's what I started trying, obviously. And I actually quickly remembered why we stopped using the Bumbo as soon as I got that out and I was using it with Lexi. We did have one way back with Sophie when she was an infant. Sophie is my oldest daughter. She's 5.5 now, but we did have one with her, and I quickly remembered why we stopped using it with her. It looks uncomfortable, and in my personal opinion, I think it has to be uncomfortable. I just feel like the Bumbo creates a really poor positioning for babies. It allows them to kind of slump down like this and kind of curve and put an arch in their back. Not only that, but the slouch also allows their legs to look weird and funny in the Bumbo. With both of our girls, I remember this with Sophie and it being one of the reasons we stopped using the seat, and immediately with using it with Lexi, we would notice the same thing. No matter how many times I tried to reposition them, it always ended up the same way. And like I said, it just allows them to slouch down like this, which if you've ever had a reflux baby, that is a horrible position for them. It aggravated Sophie's reflux really bad, and Lexi fortunately doesn't have reflux as an issue anymore, but that position just isn't comfortable in general. But if you do have a reflux baby, that slouching actually creates a pressure point on their tummies and it can exacerbate their reflux. So it was another reason why we stopped using it with Sophie, and it just looked very uncomfortable for Lexi. Not to mention, I felt like she could squirm out of the Bumbo if she really wanted to. The back on it isn't super high. Like, the seat does slouch down, but the back support doesn't go up very high. That also paired with Lexi has pretty chunky thighs. She's our chunkiest baby, and I had the most difficult time getting her in and out of the Bumbo if I didn't do it slowly, one leg at a time, encouraging to go out of the hole and up, and it was just kind of this whole thing when a lot of the times you need to grab baby and go. So I just remembered all the reasons why I wasn't a huge fan of the Bumbo, why we've never really had one, and we stopped using one in the past. Now, the Upseat came shortly after I got the Bumbo, and after about a week and a half of the Bumbo, I was ready to be done with it, so I got into the Upseat, and I was immediately impressed with the posture. I noticed first and foremost the fact that her legs are out into the side in just a natural, even position. Of course, they can still move around their legs and move them however they would like, which I think is very different than with the Bumbo. But just with seeing the difference in how she was sitting with the Upseat, I could already tell that it looked a lot more comfortable for her. So when we first got the Upseat, I was just kind of using it as the Bumbo, just kind of setting her in different places that I needed her, around the house, outside, whatever. But it actually quickly also replaced our high chair, because with the baby-led weaning course that I took, it highly encouraged for their feet to be supported during eating. And I realized that with our high chair, it wasn't. Also, with our high chair, it allowed her to slouch, and we would constantly have to pick her back up and reposition her because she would slouch. So with that, I decided to start doing the baby-led weaning with the tray in the Upseat. And let me tell you, it's now what we use every single day for every meal of hers. Also, if she's just sitting somewhere. It's the seat that has replaced all the other seats in our house. Looking around, we actually have a few different sitting situations, and the Upseat is the one that we use the most often now just because it's so convenient and it's very versatile. There's no covers, there's no nooks or crannies. These little holes for the belts over here, I just stick a bottle brush in and it gets it clean, no problem, if food happens to get over there, but that's not a regular thing. And you can even stick the whole thing in the sink if you need to, which I've done before. But most times I just use a baby wipe and it's good to go. A couple other things that I really liked about it was the fact that it does have this handle right here, because most of the times I do have Lexi in my other arm, and the Bumbo I would literally have to try and pick it up by the bottom, like underneath here, to get a good grip on it, and that's difficult to do with a baby in your arms. But with this, obviously I have the little handle here, and I do like the tray on it because it pretty much covers all the surface area. It doesn't allow for a lot of food to drop down in there. I mean, of course some does, but it's not a big gaping hole like her high chair is. And like I mentioned with the Bumbo, one of the reasons I didn't like it was the back support on it wasn't very high, but because this seat is so deep, the back support does go up really high. So I'm not worried about her wiggling out of it. She has tried to push back in it, but she can't really do much because it is so supported in the back. I think that the one and only thing that I could say that I would improve the seat on is when you do have this sitting down and you're ready to put the food on, sometimes it's a little difficult to get the tray to latch on down here at the bottom when it's resting on a surface already. So maybe if they could make it so it would detach up here somewhere where this little adapter piece just stayed on, you could put that on beforehand and just click the tray on. Something to think about. I don't know, but either way, it's not overly difficult. It's not like I can't do it. I do it just fine now. I'm literally just trying to find something, anything that I just kind of thought of. But all around, I've really enjoyed this seat. Now I know it's a little bit more expensive than other ones, but the fact that this is our high chair, it's also the seat that we just take around the house and let her sit in, whether I'm washing dishes or she wants to hang out with her sisters or we go outside. Literally so many things. I feel like it's very justified, especially with the fact that it supports a very healthy posture for your baby. I feel like we are learning more as parents as the years go on. A lot of baby carriers are very conscious of hip placement. It is an important thing to be conscious of. So I think investing your money in a versatile seat like this that you can use as a high chair, you know, an entertainment chair, just something to move around the house if you are busy and trying to get stuff done, along with the fact that it promotes a healthy posture altogether, I think is well worth the money, especially if you can go to Buybuybaby, get a 20% off coupon, use their website with the 10% off coupon, stuff like that, because I know that all of the other chairs and especially her high chair all put together equals double the price of one of these. So I think it's 110% worth it. I am very, very happy. I would use my own money to buy one of these. And if anybody ever puts one on their baby registry moving forward, it's what I'm going to buy. To be honest, after using the Bumbo, I wasn't a big fan of these types of seats. We've never really bought any because of that. And I've only recently started branching out and thinking about these kinds. And when they contacted me and the fact that I could see they did put a lot of thought into their seat, I was willing to try it. This chair is made by a family for other families. They worked with physio and physical therapists. His wife made sure that he put a handle on the back for other people who are using it. And I just feel like I love the fact that they made a product because of their passion behind it, not because they were out to, you know, just make another baby chair on the market. I recommend it, and if Lexi was able to talk, I know she would recommend it because I actually leave this on the living room floor anymore after I get done cleaning it, and she crawls over to it all the time and sits in it all on her own. It's the cutest thing ever. And for a while, she couldn't figure out how to actually get her legs in the holes, so she would just kind of squat in the seat and just sit like that. But now she gets in it completely by herself, and she can even do that when we go to eat. It's the cutest thing ever. So I would say even Lexi recommends it. But I will have all the links down below. Like I said, make sure to go to Buybuybaby. You can use 20% off coupon there or their website, and you can use the Mama Alia 10 code that they gave me for you guys. That gives you 10% off your order. But either way, definitely recommend this product. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.